Boom! He's back. Stronger than ever. Yeah, the chilling spot is starting to look like summer mode. Oh, I don't know if that battery's gonna last. We'll see. Yeah, greatness is upon us. We must find we must make it our mission to reach the people's heart. That's what I was talking about this morning in my live talk. To reach the people's heart, whatever way you can. Through art, through literature, and bring more love. That's what the world needs, not complicate. So you just have to do your part. Do your part, be patient. Things are changing. Me, I'm very, very optimistic. As far as human race is concerned, but I mean, it's gonna have to come with a massive, massive effort of our part too. It's not gonna come with no effort. We're gonna have to step out the comfort zone and step out of our fears and stuff to be able to express our inherent power. That's what I firmly experience. But yeah, reaching people's heart, very important. Must make it a mission. That's what really my efforts are concentrated on reaching a level of compassion. It's more a level of compassion I think you have to attain. Level of compassion that's going to be inspiring enough that you can really transcend with it. There's a possibility of finding balance, but also transcendence. I think it's outside of the material world, and like there's got to be something more. There's got to be something more than the material world. Nothing wrong with material, as long as you don't get caught up in it and you don't think that's the only thing that exists. Like, I'm not very materialistic and stuff like that, but I need a house. I need these in the condition that the environment that I live, it's a must, especially in the winter. So yeah, there's stuff that cannot really avoid that. Also, there's other stuff too that I can't really avoid, which is my greatness. My greatness, can't avoid that. Can't postpone that anymore. I see too much beautiful stuff happening. Like, just to see people rising, just to see that I can inspire people to go on YouTube. Because to me today, look, I come and do those videos, and honestly, I do it just in a spirit of keeping my spirit very, very high. And that's what I try to achieve with my presence here. And to me, it's very like, this is what I do. So it's not something that I force myself into, and it's something that comes that I do very naturally. But if people can be inspired by what I do, by my coming out on YouTube, and it's just have to do it. Just do it. Just go on and press the button and go on and speak your mind. Speak your mind. Just say what you have to say. We're all under major trauma. The trauma I've started when we were young. Why do you think some babies cries extensively? If you cry, it's a sign of unhappiness. So if babies cry constantly, it's because they're unhappy of the environment that they're in. Either they sense the vibration of the parents being very low, or there's something triggering the cries. There's some babies that don't cry too much, but doesn't mean because you have enlightened parents that you're going to be that you're going to pick up all those traits either. That's not what I mean. But if you keep a spirit that that's high enough, you know. You pay, even a child, the baby, can pick up the vibrations about that. That's what I think. You know, if we just start paying attention to nature also, we'll learn a lot. If we pay attention, give attention, whatever, to what surrounds us, our children, and the way that they behave, and yeah, we'll learn a lot. Potentially can learn a lot. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Let the light shine down on me. For sure. I see the light. But careful when you start seeing the light. There's many people that will come and fight you down. The hypocrites will show up. For sure. The disliker will show up. And that's okay. You fuel on these people. You have to fuel on these people. That stuff fuels me all the time. You know, I do my things here. I don't have to prove myself to anyone. I just have to, I'm responsible for what I say, not for how you interpret what I say. So I concentrate on keeping my spirit very uplifted, very high, because also there's things that motivate me. It's called pain. That's a great motivator. It's probably the biggest motivator in my life. The biggest one is the pain, for sure. The pain body is a great motivator. But it can be a great limiter too if you let it. You know, you can be your own master or your own slave. When you have pain body, you can let it destroy you, or you can build up on it. And any kind of pain body, not pain body is pain body. Whatever kind of stuff you experience, it's a pain body. Feed on this, find the fire, sometimes it's hard, for sure it's going to be hard, especially in the world we live in. Everything is so comfortable and so negative by times, because depends the way you see it. If you see the world as negatively, that's going to be your reality. But I see the world in a very positive manner. I have, you know, if I wake up every morning and I tell to myself that there's no hope for humanity, do you think I will keep going on YouTube? For sure not. But deep down inside of me, I think there is hope, there is still time. We're still alive, we're still there. Babylon, you can't kill what can never die, so, you know, it's up to us time for us to rise it up as a whole. As a whole, time to get out the unconsciousness that we're in collectively. You know, you can look at individuals; they're going to be very enlightened, but the whole is asleep. The whole is very much under trauma, creating trauma. So it's up to us to wake up and see clear in there. Each and every one of us do our own work, and this way we can a bit know instead of believing. You know, at one point we must stop believing also, and stop believing in ourselves also. Trust yourself. You're alive, just pinch yourself. You're gonna feel it, so you don't need to believe. But this is one of our biggest disease probably, is we believe so much. We believe a lot of stuff. Believe this, believe that, without anything ever verified. Or at one point you start asking questions. You want to know a bit more about life. It's just that I wanted to know a little bit more. So I went to seek in the closet, in their closet, and I found stuff. I found very interesting stuff. Yeah, I was lied to pretty much all my life. That was very liberator, because I knew something was wrong from an early age. It just came and liberate a bit the trauma. That's what it does. To me, it's a way also coming here to exteriorize that trauma that I was under, pretty much under the age of 40 easy. And that at one point I realized that, hey, enough the trauma. So I seek and I found great stuff. Peace out.